If you want to see me swatch the Viseart Dark Edit palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup, or Makeup. I am going to play with this little guy. I have had it in my collection for a while, and I wanted to wait until this brand was picked in order to do the swatches. Now I have another Viseart palette that I'm going to be talking about over the next little while on this channel, and I have done swatches for that one, and it's the Dark Mattes palette, and I will put that video right there for you. But today, this is the one that we're going to be playing with. I'm going to take the plastic off the mirror because it's official. So satisfying, there we go. And I'll take this off. And that is the palette. Let's see if I can not blind you. There we go. Those are the shadows. And there are a lot of mattes in here. I mean, there are 8 mattes and 4 shimmers, and that is just fine by me. What got me for this palette is the purples and the pink. So this little set right here. I'm not as big on warm colors, but you know what? For me, that is still enough, those 2 bottom rows. So I'm very happy, and if you like warm colors, well, you get to see those swatched as well, because I'm going to swatch the whole palette. That's, of course, the way I roll. I mean, who would not swatch a whole palette? I would find that very strange. Well, I mean, if you swatch palettes, you might find swatching palettes is strange. Who knows? Now, I do love this about the Viseart palettes. You'll see that it is possible to pop all of them out. And as a matter of fact, I actually do. And this palette has a spot already reserved in my depotted Viseart magnetic palette. Maybe I should show you that. Hang on. Okay, here is my magnetic palette with all my Viseart in it. And I had trouble finding it in my collection because I had put it aside to show you. And I forgot I did that. So usually it's right up here, and I put it in one of my drawers. Anyway, this is it right here. So we've got the Dark Mattes up here. We have the Pro 2, I think. This is the Pro 3, Pro 5. I think that's right. And this is exactly where the Dark Edits is going to go. So I'm going to have my complete set of Viseart shadows. No, I'm lying. I actually have the Theory 7 Siren, which is more of a kind of corally brown palette as well. So I think I can actually make all of these fit if I want to, but let's not push it, shall we? Why do I depot them? I depot them because I do like to see, oh, look at what happened. The top pulled up 2 shadows because the top is magnetic. Is that ever cool? Let me just fix that for a second. Whew, I was scared of dropping one. Okay, so what attracted me to this palette, of course, was the depth of the shadows and the purples. So that is what I'm kind of focused on today. And let's do 3 rows of 4. So we're going to do 4, 4, and 4. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I really do like Viseart mattes. I find they perform really well. And despite the fact that these pans are small, they're still, because they're square, they're still not too hard to get in. So let's see how it works. Those really long, narrow ones, when shadows are small, those really irritate me, but these are not so bad. So we'll do all the browns first, so the first row, and then finish up with the most exciting colors, which are the shimmers, just because they're going to be different out of the whole set. There are only 4 shimmers, so that is good. I say this being a matte lover, so I like them all. I like all shadows. How's that? Glitters, not so much, but shadows, yeah. Okay, so we've got all 4 of the browns. And let's get going. Now my fingers are very dry because I've been doing a lot of swatching today. So don't mind my fingers. I should have put lotion on. There are 12 shadows, so I should be able to fit them all on this forearm. Browns to me are very utilitarian. Is that the case for you? I tend to just kind of think of browns as, okay, setting the base, setting the stage, so to speak, for color, but I don't tend to go for brown only. Just don't tend to do that. Sometimes I'll do it for work, but definitely not for my just pure enjoyment of color. And I say that with a deep love and appreciation for my Smashbox Matte Exposure. Although there is some color in there. There's some kind of burgundy brown and a beautiful deep purple and a grayish purple. But I would still consider that palette pretty neutral. Okay, so they built up as I would have expected. I do love that there is a reddish undertone to that one. I think that one will look fantastic in the crease. And this kind of camel color, well, this is more of a camel color, but this kind of light brown, I'll call it light brown, would also, I think, do a good job in the crease because it looks like it builds up pretty easily. And here are the fingers. So yeah, all four of these are nice, truly. Okay. Even if I'm not huge on browns and oranges, I can still appreciate a nice color, and those are nice. Okay, so I'm wiping off those four fingers, and we're going to go into the second row, which is getting more exciting. And we have the purples, and I do love khaki as well, so that is a beautiful row in my estimation. So let's get going on that one. Khaki looks so good. I was going to buy the khaki from Huda, the khaki haze palette, and I decided not to because there's just not enough product per pan. And this is a nice reminder that I have khakis in my collection already. Thank you very much. So if you are interested in the haze set and the nudes set from Huda, we just want to take a look at how much product per pan there is. It just was not enough for my liking. It's maybe 60% of what it is in the Obsessions palettes, and it's the same price. Food for thought. Okay. That is going to be a beautiful liner. Lower lid. Lower lash line, I should say. That khaki is beautiful. I cannot wait to see how that builds up. And that is my kind of purple, like almost like an eggplant color. I think I'm going to like this one a whole lot. So let's do a second swatch. Gosh, my hands are getting dry. I have washed them so much this morning. Okay, so let's do that second go. Oh, I really like this second row. It's beautiful. And the thing is with Viseart shadows that I've found so far is they don't swatch super well, but they build up beautifully on the eye. So even if the mattes look a little patchy, look more so to the fingers. That tells you a whole lot more how they're going to apply on the eye. Yeah. But I do really like the color story so far. It's like woodsy with a punch of purple. Yeah, it's nice. I'm looking at the fingers again. I'm really liking the colors. But of course, I knew I would like that row. It's a no-brainer. But now, the third row and final row is the shimmers. So we are going to have a little pop of brightness at the end here. And I'm going to pull up my sleeve because I need more room for those last four swatches. And I'm going to have such stained fingers at the end of this. That's good. That's good because it means that there's color saturation. Okay. I said I was going to pull up my sleeve, so I'm going to do that right now. And we are doing these four down here. Very excited. All right. This green is probably the one I don't care for all that much, but I do like all three other shimmer. Oh, I might eat my words on that one. It's kind of cute when all is swatched here. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. I'm swatching. Why am I presupposing what I'm gonna think? That's why I'm swatching. To figure out what I think. That is beautiful. Look at that. So is that one. Look at the fiery copper on that one. And yellow. And that yellow to me is a requirement for the purples in that palette. All right, and I'm going to swatch again. Yeah, I'm really enjoying these shimmers. They're predictable, they're fine. Nothing to write home about, but I'm glad there's a row of shimmers to support the mattes in the rest of the palette. All right, so here's the green. The green is not as bright as I thought it would be, which I kind of like it more now. I feel like I can put it in the crease and just do more with it. Okay, so we have all of them. And here's what I'm going to say. My first thought for this palette is, it's purple but not in your face purple. It is deep, colorful mattes, kind of like the dark mattes period in Viseart, the full-size pans that I showed you. I'll show you again. I showed you in this palette. Try not to put eyeshadow everywhere. That top 12 right there, but in a more manageable, smaller pan version. And the way I see it is, this is portable, and it would be a colorful palette that is appropriate for just about any situation. And I think that mattes do that. If you don't have super, super shiny, colorful shadows, that you can pretty much do a colorful look for any occasion. And there aren't any super, super bright colors, which again make colorful shadows more wearable anywhere. So I am very happy about that. And that is kind of what I felt was going to be the case for this dark edit. And usually I'm not a fan of small eyeshadow pans, but for Viseart, the way they curate the collections, the way they package their minis, the fact that the minis are also magnetized and that you can move them around is huge. And I really appreciate that. And because they are small pans, you can easily get your makeup brush in there. So that is cool in my opinion. And how much product is there per pan? Does it say? Okay, so it's 12 grams of product. It's 1 gram per pan. That's what I hope for when a pan is a mini. So that is great. It's exactly what I was expecting, and I'm really happy about that. And of course, and my favorite color is purple, and it's a purple palette cover. How much better could that be? And if you're not familiar with Viseart, it is cardboard packaging. It's very light, and it opens up. It's a magnetic palette, but if you take a look, the palette is actually, the shadows are upside down. So you open it up, and that's where you see the shadows. And the mirror is the middle component. Isn't that neat? It's just a different way of packaging a product. So the enclosure is actually underneath. Anyway, this is a swatches video, and I'm going all over the place with the commentary. So just in closing, I'm very happy with the color selection, the color story. I know I'm going to get good use out of this palette, and it will definitely be a palette that I consider strongly for the office or for travel, just because it is versatile in color and in range of what I can use it for. So that's the best in my opinion. Do I want some super colorful palettes? Yes. Do I want some super neutral palettes? Yes. This one is a nice balance of the two worlds, and I think it's good to have some of those in our collection as well. So I'm really happy to have added this palette to my collection, and I cannot wait to show you some looks on camera using these 12 shadows. Let me know what you think of the swatches. Let me know what you think of this palette in general. I would love to hear, especially if you have been using this palette and you have some favorite shadows. I would love to hear that as well. And for now, I will say thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. But for now, take care.